Everything hinged on one thing. In the summer of 1940, with the entire continent crushed beneath the boot of Nazi Germany, the fate of civilization rested on the shoulders of a few hundred young pilots over the English Channel. This was the Battle of Britain, the world's first major air conflict. As Churchill famously said, "Never was so much owed by so many to so few." But what if those few had failed? Here, at What If History, we don't just ask the question, we build the timeline. What if the RAF was defeated? What if the Luftwaffe gained total air superiority? What if Operation Sea Lion became a terrifying reality? Today, we explore a darker world. The three catastrophic phases that would follow a Nazi victory in the Battle of Britain. In our reality, Hitler made a crucial blunder. He shifted the Luftwaffe's focus from relentlessly bombing RAF airfields to attacking London. That small pause gave the RAF a lifeline. But in this timeline, Hitler sticks to the plan. There is no shift. The German relentless focus on fighter command infrastructure is devastating. Within weeks, the RAF is crippled, not only losing planes, but crucially, losing trained pilots faster than they can be replaced. By the end of August 1940, the British skies are empty. The Luftwaffe has air supremacy. With no air cover, the Royal Navy, despite its strength, becomes a sitting duck for German dive bombers. The English Channel is cleared. Operation Sea Lion is authorized. German troops land on the southern coast, while the Home Guard puts up a valiant but disorganized defense. The outcome is inevitable. The German army, fresh off its victory in France, is unstoppable. Political fallout. London descends into chaos. Churchill and his war cabinet are forced to flee or are captured. A new collaborationist government, perhaps led by figures desperate for peace, takes power. The UK signs a humiliating armistice, turning over its naval assets and effectively becoming a puppet state of the Reich. The military fight for Britain is over, but the resistance is just beginning. The formal surrender doesn't mean peace. Across Britain, groups loyal to the principles of a free Britain form an armed resistance. Sabotage, intelligence gathering, and assassinations become a grim part of daily life. The Gestapo and the SS establish a brutal regime to crush this underground movement. Meanwhile, the British Empire splinters. While Canada, Australia, and other Commonwealth nations remain technically at war, the lack of a British command center leaves them dangerously exposed and isolated. Now, we turn to the most catastrophic consequence: the United States. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing an insurmountable German military victory in Europe, cannot sway a deeply isolationist Congress and public. No European bridgehead. Without Britain as a crucial base, the entire idea of U.S. intervention in Europe collapses. The Lend-Lease Act is terminated. The U.S. focuses its full industrial and military might exclusively on the Pacific theater to confront Japan. A new Cold War. This timeline skips the U.S.-Soviet rivalry. Instead, a new, far more terrifying Cold War emerges. The Axis Cold War between Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan. Two totalitarian ideological powers eyeing each other across a conquered globe. The light of democracy has been extinguished in Europe. With Britain defeated and the Western Front neutralized, Hitler makes the most pivotal move of this new timeline. He throws his entire military machine into Operation Barbarossa. There are no divisions diverted to the Mediterranean or kept on standby for the Channel. The assault on the Soviet Union in 1941 is stronger, faster, and unhindered. The fall of the East. The lack of logistical strain from the West means the Wehrmacht could very well take Moscow before the brutal winter sets in. The Soviet Union, losing its capital and industrial heartland, collapses entirely into German satellite states and occupation zones. The final solution is accelerated. With no effective counterforce in Europe and no fear of a Western invasion, the Nazi regime is emboldened. The Holocaust is implemented with even greater speed and cruelty. The grim reality is that millions more lives are extinguished without the chance for rescue or liberation. The world is now divided. Germany controls Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East's oil. Japan controls Southeast Asia and the Pacific. The remaining free nations, like a heavily armed and paranoid United States, watch anxiously from the sidelines. The scientific world is corrupted. German rocketry and nuclear programs, fueled by captured resources and labor, advance without ethical constraints. The world lives under the constant threat of a massive ideological war between two evil empires, each vying for total global dominance. The simple "what if" of the Battle of Britain reveals the terrifying fragility of our own history. That victory in 1940 was not just a military win, it was the essential platform upon which global freedom was ultimately saved. Without it, the world would have become a theater of perpetual tyranny. This alternative timeline shows us the true cost of failure. Now, we want to hear from you. What would be the one spark of hope in this dark world? Would the British resistance eventually succeed? Or would the United States finally be forced to intervene? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to What If History for more compelling journeys into the past that never was. Until next time, keep questioning history.